Hello, today I'll walk you through a Python program that calculates the dot product of two vectors. The dot product is found by multiplying corresponding elements of two lists and summing the results. Let's get through the code step by step. We'll start defining the function dot product u v, which takes two lists as input. The first thing this function does is check if the two lists have the same length. If they don't, it prints an error message and stops the process to prevent incorrect calculations. You can see right here, and this is a print that highlights the vectors have to be the same length. If the lists are equal length, we proceed to calculate the dot product. We initialize a variable of total to 0, and then we can see that right here. Then we loop through each index in list, multiply the corresponding elements, and add the result to the total. Once the loop finishes, the function returns to the total sum, which is the dot product of two vectors. You can see right here, total equals 0, and then total plus equals ui times vi, which returns total. Next, we define input vector with prompt inside the bracket, which allows the user to enter a list of numbers. The function takes a user's input as string, splits it into individual elements, and converts them into number and stores them in a list. This ensures that we can properly work with numerical data. And then we could work with numerical data instead of just having text and able to run without problems. We can see that in the definition of the input vector, and then the vector only using it to find numbers instead of just words. To verify that our program works correctly, we have a simple test right here, this whole thing. We just create the simple text function called test, and this function checks if the result matches what we expect. If it fails, it prints pass. If it does, it prints pass, otherwise it prints fails. And these are the three tests that we're going to be using to check our dot product function, that it gives us the right results. If all testing pass, we know our function is working correctly. Now, instead of using only using predefined test case, we are allowed to enter their own vectors. And right here, the program asks for two vectors by prompting the user to type space-separated numbers. These inputs are then processed into lists. And finally, first I want to run it. If we can see right down here, first we got the test, which passed. Next we got the vector, so I can do 2 and then 3, expect 6. See right there. Yeah, but if we go down here, finally we call dot product with the user vectors and display the result. And the vectors are of different lengths. The program prevents calculations and informs the user of the issue. Otherwise, it prints the correct dot product. And that was just it right here. If any mistakes happen, and if it, nothing of issue. But as I showed earlier, I could put in my vectors and I'll get my product. And yeah. And with this product, we ensure correct input handling, proper error checking, and accurate computation of the dot product. It demonstrates essential programming skills like iteration, conditionals, like list operations, and user interaction in Python. Thank you, and have a good day.